pretty much everything back in medieval times was tiny stores. Now, that might not necessarily direct.
I believe you guys said you wanted to check around to see what was wrong, since the prince obviously didn't know um, what was up. In your own memories, your own brain, you know that. Sorry, I have to open this book. Yeah, where's my book?
It's on your lap. You have the book
No,
on
it's
your
on
lap.
the desk. It's on the desk, but I had Chips Ahoy Chewy S'mores cookies on top of them, so I had to move them. So in your mind, you have knowledge of the area because you guys have spent time in, at least on Lights Peak, minor travel back and forth to other places, but you still haven't even visited all the hills of the Silver Hills. Um, you know that each hill has, at some point, had some kind of village or almost even a city developed on one of the hills, but most of them have some sort of residential or had throughout the time. And you know about the Silver Keep, which is the southernmost hill guarding against the Banebow Forest. You know that in your own brain. You've never been there. You do know it's abandoned. Um, you know that Lights Peak is at the northernmost part of the hills. That's where you guys hail from. You know, in general, like your personal characters know in general shapes and vague forms that in the past is very glorious. There was money abound. Population was rather safe. The ruling party really cared for the Silver Hills, because they were making money. The mining going on. If you needed a job, there was pretty much one to be found. Uh, because of all the military presence in the Silver Hills, there wasn't much crime. It was pretty much a time of prosperity. But once the hills dried up, of course, the armies left, the protection left, and now only occasionally do you see any sort of group of uh, keeping like law and order come passing through. It's definitely an area where people are like, we should take this in our own hands to solve the problems, because as the armies left, bandits came and evil came to stuff that pretty much didn't uh, didn't bode well. And you guys know offhand that you've seen like the woods surrounding the Silver Hills is pretty terrible. There's rumors and stories of people going missing in the woods. Um, Bandits are found throughout. Lights Peak has mostly been left alone because it's one of the more populous regions, so it hasn't been pressured much. So you guys lived for the most part in relative peace. The bandit incursion that you encountered prior was something you had just learned about because it was a relatively sort of new thing. It was kept pretty secret up until Loudmouth showed up. So, in your mind, Lights Peak is a pretty good shape, but you have this mentality of all the other hills are degraded and terrible places to be. You're glad you're on Lights Peak because that's the nice place, and people from these other hills are clearly ruffians. It's not quite uh, not quite xenophobic in that sense or nationalist. It's just like all your life you've been raised to believe that because those are the rumors that come out.
So what you're saying is we start at the nearest one and move on from there.
That's possible.
Which is the nearest one?
The nearest one? Well, geez, why do you want to start? No, the nearest one.
Silver Castle. We can't go to Silver Castle straight off, can we?
You could hike there. It'll take a bit because each hill is probably a few miles across, so it would take a day or so.
The king here doesn't seem to know where his threats lie, so
maybe we got to go back to town and do some research.
Possibly. I was just out for walking along and seeing what we found, but
yeah, we can do that.
using your paladin powers to determine if there's baddies nearby and slay them, or just like walk to see if you see stuff.
No, if anybody seemed like an asshole, I was just going to strike him down.
Fuck you, motherfucker. That's funny. This is where the map would have come in real handy, but like I said, I couldn't get an overview stylistic map the way I wanted.
But we can go and ask people if
Yeah.
you think that will help.
Either way, we can walk, we can traverse, you can do research, you can grab rations and whatnot before you go. You probably want to have some food and such. I don't know if you need any repairs. What does your health look like?
Terrible.
No, not bad. Did you guys want to rest beforehand, or?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got 25 experience to level up, haven't we?
Pretty much.
We need to go and kill a squirrel or something, don't we?
Just like kick a squirrel on the way back to town.
Squeak.
Go and kill some boars in Irwin Forest.
Arwen Forest. What is that?
Irwin Forest.
No, Banebow is the elven forest, but the elves don't like you.
Talking about World of Warcraft.
Oh, Elwyn. All right.
Yeah.
In South Park.
Pig butts.
Yeah. In this world, the elves are pretty pissed off at you guys because to them, in recent times, because elves have longer lives, there was an attempted genocide from the humans and particularly the forces in Silver Keep. So the elves don't like you.
Oh, good.
Particularly humans.
Oh, double good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to fuck that up on you. All right, so right now you guys are the weather's pretty good. You're in the month of Fentil, pretty decent. It's kind of like spring and summer in that time frame. A little bit of rain, so it should be easy traveling if you want to travel. Yeah, I made up a bootleg calendar real quick. But did you want to? So I'm assuming you're on your way back to Lights Peak. Is that my guess?
Yeah, may as well. Seemed like a good suggestion. Go and ask some people what they know about stuff around.
Actually, wait. You guys actually had gotten back to the Bright Hall Tavern. Actually, I just
Danny said he can't. Danny's not about tonight, so we ain't playing.
Motherfucker. Here, I'm going to share the record because you guys are already in the tavern. Maybe, were you guys going to ask Bill for info? Was that what was going down? I don't remember. Because you're in the tavern.
We came back. I played some.
Oh, piano. Yeah, you played the piano, and they were like, "You fucker."
Yeah, and then I don't know what else happened after that. Yeah, we're just finding out what to go and who to see and who to conquer and all that. Yeah.
So we were probably going to ask Bill for information, since at this hour there's not many patrons out.
Yeah, we're going to pump Bill for information.
Pump Bill? Wow, that's a little creepy.
Wow.
All right.
A turtle pumping Bill.
Yeah, Bill Pumper. Big Pumper. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a porn star. Just saying. Bill goes over to his well, starts working on it. What can I get for you? Just wondering if you guys need extra food. What can I get for you?
Information.
What?
We tell him about Acrosilo and Acrosolo and all that.
He kind of steps back from his cleaning duties, like, Prince, what? Nah, no way, you liars! Why you gotta do that stuff? Ain't no way he could be alive.
Well, he is alive, and we met him, and he told us that about his bird, Arab Annabelle. His girl Annabelle, who obviously is probably long dead or great grandchildren by now.
Kind of looks you
and
guys
he's from
over.
the Silver Castle as well, apparently.
He's looking back and forth, looking at you guys with a bit of like speculative inquisitiveness. He goes, so if this is true, what do you want from me?
Well, you know, we just want to pump you for information, see where's what. You know what I mean? Where we got to go? We're like, you know, we only just decided to become adventurers last week.
Adventurers, had enough of those in my time.
Good, so then you can help us, and we'll help you when we become rich and famous.
Rich and famous. Yeah, the most famous thing in the Silver Hills now is this place, and you can see how empty it is right now. But if you want to knock out some trouble, I'll tell you, those bandits have been giving me a hard time. I think they come from somewhere down south of us. I heard a little rumor. Well, more like I heard them talking. It says that they been taking up space over at Appletop.
All right, well that's where we're going then. What do you reckon? I think we need to rest up, get back, go so we're in full health.
Full health? Nah, you don't need full health, do you?
Probably help. Based on the fact we're level 1.
That's true. That's true. And you're beat with your 10 HP. Ha ha ha. He says, all right, if you're heading over to Appletop, how about you help me out and deliver some mail over there?
What do you mean? You got bandits, but you've got mail for the bandits as well, have you?
There's the orchard over there, dumbass. Don't you know?
Obviously not. Otherwise, I wouldn't ask the question, would I? You said you got bandits over there. That's where the bandits are, but you've also got mail over there. Okay, we'll go in that direction. Give us the mail, we'll deliver it. Yeah. Is that 25 experience to delivering the mail?
Oh, once you do, if you do.
Have we got to see
if you do
some kind of orc, warlord, war chief or something?
What war chief? No, he's trying to get a nice crisp apple refresher, fermented apples. Just, you know.
Oh,
Cider.
A cider, exactly. I didn't know what fermented apples word was. I forgot it. That's cider.
He wants to make fermented apples. All right, I see.
Yeah.
It's a bit of cider, is it? Scrumpy.
Yeah, he needs some stuff. And again, over the hills, there are people doing things. Just because there may be bandits in the same area, that's just how it works.
Okay, well, give us your mail and anything else you want to deliver?
Yeah, on your way over, since you're going over to Appletop, if you do me a favor and get the money they owe me as well.
Who owes you?
And he looks at you guys. Man, you guys don't know anything. That's true. You don't, because I didn't give you any of the information. Because I didn't type it into Fantasy Grounds yet. Because I'm lazy. Anyways, so he says, "What's that for?" 13. Boom.
I just wanted to see if it was a roll of 13 or not. I got exactly what I wanted.
Right. So
okay.
he says, give me a second. He turns around and starts fiddling through a little container over against the wall. And he's just messing around for a bit, digging through papers. He kind of pulls them out, looks at them, read them, puts them back in, just keeps doing that for a few moments. This goes on probably 2 minutes. And he starts going through more and more and more and more. He's like, son of a bitch. He goes back and he puts more in, he pulls some out. He's like, here we are. Pulls out a really wrinkled, old, crumpy piece of paper. It's very dry and worn, like things have been spilled on it. And you can tell how bad it looks, even from 5 feet away. You're just like, that's a really old, shitty piece of paper.
Is this like the world's oldest bar tab or something?
He says, "How'd you know?" He says, "Why are you over there?" Sorry. The world's oldest barber just made me laugh. He says, "While you're over there, go talk to Moneybag Scott. He should be over there somewhere. Get the money he owes me." And he pushes the paper in front of you. You see a couple tab like markers, then paid and not, balance over time, how it adjusts based on when payments were made and payments weren't made. And all in all, you're like, this guy owes about 3 gold. Not a ton, but since you're going over there. Moneybag Scott. That's the guy's name. You see it written in black, like fountain pen writing on the top, big lettering. And the rest is in kind of charcoal.
That's who we've got to deliver it to.
Yeah, Moneybag Scott.
He's got an interesting name.
But it takes some money off him, apparently.
Yep. Shake him down. Tell that asshole next time he comes around, he ain't getting a tab. It's taken him 7 years now to pay that bill.
Okay, we'll go and find out if he's even alive.
Yeah, maybe Moneybag Scott ain't there. You never know. All right, so Appletop is the next hill over to Lights Peak in a southeastern direction. There's apple orchards there, a little bit of farmland, rather large farms. A lot of the food, not produce, but a lot of vegetables are grown there in the nice, consistent weather. So there's farms and apparently maybe some bandits.
Okay. I suppose we better keep for the night, clean up the gore of all the things we killed.
Yeah. Get a good night's sleep and then head off in the morning.
Pick a door. Any door. You open and close it. Yay. That's weird. Oh, because that's the room I didn't put a light in on purpose. Oh, my bad. That's funny. You like the dark, turtle. All right, so you guys are going to take a nap. Get a little rest here. Long rest. Party's taking a long rest. Did I distribute any XP? Yes, I awarded it. Okay. All right. All right, and time progresses. Actually, wait, I can do that. Can I do that? No, I don't remember how to change the. How do you change the? I forgot how to change the background
hold the mouse button, the control button down, and scroll the mouse. I think
something like that. Sure, we'll go that way.
There's an extension that does it as well.
Yeah, I forgot.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so time has passed. You guys have gotten your full-fledged sleep, and it's about afternoon now, since you got there early in the morning after going to see the prince. You guys are well rested and ready to go. As you're walking by Bill, move you over there. As you're walking by, Bill says, "I've been thinking about your little adventures and tasks. Maybe someday, if you're good enough, maybe you could clear out Benidal." I didn't pronounce that. Beniadil. Sorry, Beniadil. My bad. Beniadil and the Mound, too. Those, I think, are going to take a little more than money lending and delivering mail to be capable to do that.
Okay, remind us when we get back and we'll have a look into it.
Oh, you will you?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's close this little thing here. Closing that. I almost deleted that record. That was a terrible idea. All right, so you guys are walking. You're walking, and did you see that roll? Did you see my roll?
You got a 6.
Good. All right. I'm pretty sure it should be visible for all my rolls. So you're walking, and you're probably about a mile out, and you see a badger run across your way. At least it looks like a badger. I don't know what they're called in this world, but we'll say badger. So you see a badger cross your path, and you know that is a sign of bad luck. So it kind of irks you guys a bit when you see that badger cross your path.
I don't believe in luck.
'Tis a lie.
I don't believe in badgers either being unlucky either.
Apparently they're unlucky because you just saw another badger cross your way. Fuck! How many badgers are gonna cross your path? I'm sorry, a 6 is on my table is a badger.
6 is a badger.
Yeah, apparently.
It could be the same badger that likes the smell of my shell.
It could be, maybe. He wants to touch your buddy. Butt tea, not buddy. All right, so another.
Your dice rolls are not invisible until we can completely see them.
Yep,
so.
that's kind of on purpose. I want you guys to
okay, you can drop
rolls.
them in the tower if you want, can't you?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I want them. I don't want. Yeah, I'm just trying to be
I get it.
open.
I'll do it as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so all right, so you're walking. You go a bit more, and as you reach the bottom of Appletop. That's the name of the hill, Appletop. You're about to start cresting up it, and the trees are a little thicker, but there's actually a path. It's a little bit overgrown. There's but at points people travel these paths, so there's a bit dirt. But as you're walking, I'll share a little picture. I should probably put you guys on it first. And we don't need Bill Brighthall on here still.
There's a horse.
Yeah. Why is he?
Before we start fighting, random
Yep.
question. Do I have enough
Who
health?
said you're fighting? Who said you're fighting? What's that?
There's a map. We're going to fight. Do I have enough health?
You have a D10. Yeah, D10. At level 1, you get the max dice for your character's HP pool, D10 for human.
16 con.
Then you should have 13 HP. Yeah, because you get your Constitution modifier too. So that should be 13. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, so in front of you, you see a guy kind of waking up, and you can see this looks like a bugbear. And he's got a flute in his hand, just like a wooden, I don't know if it'd be called a flute because it's made of wood. Flutes are, what is that, a clarinet? Yeah, a clarinet.
Flutes are made of wood?
Yeah,
Flutes are made of wood, yeah.
All right, well, it looks like a flute or a clarinet. You're not entirely, whatever.
I've got a wooden flute that I've got already, so that's what I've got here.
I thought flutes were supposed to be like brass or whatever.
No, modern ones are, but they used to make them out of wood in the old days.
Flutes he tends to play sideways.
Clarinet is straight, yeah.
You stick on your butt, but
yeah. You stick clarinet up your butt in school. So you see this guy is clearly drowsy and groggy. And he's just got like a wooden flute looking thing right next to him that he's holding on to as he gets up. And he turns and he looks at you guys and kind of like gets his balance. Hey! What's up?
Hey, what's up? I'll say back.
No, this isn't a Budweiser commercial. The frogs are off in the rocks next to you. Go, what up?
We're going to spend the next 10 minutes going,
yeah. Yeah, that's funny. He goes, "Hey, where are my clothes?"
Oh, you're naked. Couldn't tell. You're a hairy bastard,
sorry,
aren't you?
yeah. He's naked. He doesn't have any like clothes or armor or anything. He's just.
Well, we've never seen
he's
bugbear. I've never seen a naked bugbear, so I couldn't tell you if it's a naked bugbear or a fully clothed bugbear.
Yeah, he's naked and he starts playing his flute. And
my best impression of the Rock with one eyebrow like about 14 feet above the other.
Are you going to rotate it so it flops with each eyebrow? Because he can do both eyebrows equally, can't he?
Yeah, it's just one eyebrow like 14 foot in the air, just going like, what?
He just goes, I don't know where my clothes are.
Well, is there anything to do with that horse over there in the corner?
Oh, he spins around. He goes, I see a horse.
And I see way more than I ever wanted to on a bugbear.
Oh, his dingles are hanging out. What you don't know about bugbears is they have two dingles. So he's got two, and they kind of smack into each other. Where are you going? Where's my clothes? Oh, that's a horse. I don't know.
I'm going to have a look at the horse one. He's wobbling his pecker around.
He's not wobbling his pecker. He's just standing there.
The jangling his jingles and the toodly bangles, they're slapping together, you just said. So
that is true. Well, he's not. They're just because of the way they hang.
They'll do it on their own. Okay.
You notice that the left one hangs a little lower.
Not noticing his balls. Just seriously, not looking at his balls. Yeah. Yeah. Making eye contact with his eyes, not doing a ball check. Yeah.
Look away, look away. And he goes, I don't want my clothes.
Where did you see your clothes last? Anything on this horse?
Do a little investigate, not investigate, what, inspect and percept? I don't know. Whatever one you would use to look through the horse. Searching, investigate, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember which one you want. Because you have different opinions than I do about which one.
Well, no, it tells you in the fucking description what each one.
What made you think playing that flute would make you find your clothes?
They're magic clothes. I'm a bard. Bug bard. You don't know me. I'm Bug Bard.
Okay, Bug Bard. But it clearly hasn't worked. You're still naked.
He takes his flute and plays another tune.
Yeah. Get the jiggling. Stop the jiggling.
And you start to feel a little sleepy. He's like, I don't like you. You're dumb. I want my clothes. Where's the clothes?
Okay, I'm going to knock him out.
You're going to knock him out?
Yeah, I'm not having no bard singing songs that's trying to make us drowsy. Stop playing your flute or you're out of it, dude.
What? I'm trying to get my clothes.
Yeah, why are we feeling drowsy? You're trying to nick our clothes by the sounds of it. Make us fall asleep and nick our clothes.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Because he's a bugbear, he's not as smart as the average bard, so he's just playing whatever song comes to mind. Turns out it's the wrong song. So he starts playing a different song. And all of a sudden, grass starts growing up around his own feet and wrapping around his ankles, and he's like, ah! And he starts trying to like rip his feet apart off of the grass, and all the grass has tied him up. That's the wrong one. Your investigate perception into the horse thingadoodle. You know that all the saddlebags on it and the packs have been taken and rummaged through. There's nothing of value in there. You do see a little like half of a map piece like ripped up, like somebody ripped it down the middle, threw it to the side.
I'm going to grab that.
All right. So you pick up a map piece. If you look at it, you can tell it looks like a pattern of the Silver Hills, but only covers a partial bit. And there's a couple markers on it indicating not what the markers stand for, but it just looks like somebody drew circles around things and random parts of hills and whatnot.
Yeah, we'll keep that for handy reference later.
How did you lose your clothes, Sir Bard?
He goes, ah, and then he plays another tune.
I'm gonna grab his mouth,
and
like, as he makes that like noise to but as he goes to play his flute to stop him.
As you do that, the mug of ale that he just created out of thin air by playing that tune just kind of tilts over and spills, but instead of going in his mouth, it just spills all over your hand.
All right, so you got drunk and all your clothes vanished. So can you remember the song "Makes Your Clothes Come Back" or not?
I don't know.
How about if we whack you on the head really hard with a wooden stick?
I'll let go of his mouth so he can speak.
I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Somebody probably took them. He's like, look, there's footprints, but they're your footprints. He doesn't know any better. He plays it. He goes, and another beer mug just pours and starts going down his throat, gullet. He's just like, glug, 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 glug.
Stop. I'll grab his mouth again.
Why?
I'm going to do that kind of thing where I like sort of pucker in his mouth between a grip of my gauntlets. It's like, stop.
You're so rude. So mean.
Yeah.
So the mug bar is like,
right. We don't know where your clothes are. We don't care. What are you doing on this path? Where are you going? You're in our way, and you seem to be inconvenient. Jay, can you let the twat speak?
So you move your hand?
Yep.
He says, try and tell you the spider's coming. And you see a bunch of spiders start crawling out of places.
Oh, excellent spiders. I love them.
And you hear them. Ha, 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 ha. And Bogbard goes, uh-oh. Because he knows he has no like protection. He's just naked. And he just kind of puts his hands over his special junk, his double dingles.
Use your flute to fight.
Oh yeah!
Never say that to a naked bard.
All right, roll for some initiatives.
Oh, you motherfucker! It was a 16 and it rolled sideways.
Oh, look at that!
Different paladin, different day.
Same shit, different day. All right,
different shit, different day.
So Spidey here goes, ooh, I forgot there's the initiative marker. Yay, the crown. This spider, they have 20 feet speed. Okay.
Because they're only little.
They're very little. So he's got that 20 feet thingadoodle. And you're like, oh, there's the little ones. They don't have the webbing yet. So they just try to bite Jade. That's totally miss. Hey, Jade Morgan's turn. You're targeting yourself for whatever reason. I think it's left over from a healing spell or something.
Laying on hands, yeah. That he was rubbing himself.
You were laying your hands on it. Laying your hands on it.
I will try and hit the spider that's in range then, I guess.
Alright.
Ooh, Saturday night at the movies. I think I just followed through on a big fat brown stinky poo runny poo.
Ooh, you crunch it.
You squished it dead.
You bludgeoned it with your flail. Just squash the spider. You hear the crunch of the arachnid shell, and the goo gets all over your thingadoodle.
Got goo on your finger doodle.
Alright. Alright. The spider approaches Bugbard. He's like, yeah. I got advantage from flanking because you're not. He's neutral. Oh wow! I still missed. He dodged it. Naked Bard.
Maybe that's the way you play Bard. You just have to be like free to the wind the whole time.
You have your flute in the wind. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Get your flute out in the wind. Yeah.
Yay, Constitution. Failure. He's poisoned. I have to pee. It's so bad. BRB.
Go and pee.
Yeah, you take your turn. I'm gonna pee.
I'm going to critically kill all of them in one hit. 11's going to be absent, but he's just going to have to believe the dice rolls. One hit point and killed it. All 5, yeah, plus whatever. Dead. Then I'll go there. I'm going to go downstairs for a minute. Well.
Yeah, I'll go for a piss then. Fair enough.
Oh no, you squashed the spider. Spider 2 is unconscious. Oh, that was one right next to you. So you saw it. That means my line of sight thing's not working.
I'm going for a piss as well. All right. Take a sec.
Yep, no problem. I took a pizzle as well.
Oh. That's my turn over, by the way.
Ah, well then you didn't press the button.
I thought you might have guessed. I was away from the keyboard while you were, well, you was away from the keyboard when I finished my move.
Exactly. What's his name? Kylan is in a pee break as well.
I think Spider 5 is going to have a heart attack and just run off.
Why is that?
You just squished his 2 friends.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Ooh. Saturday night. At the movies.
Sorry. I
saw that.
Saw what?
Big fuck off spider.
Wow, that's weird that it shows that, because that was just me dropping them in from a counter planning. Because this is super easy. I didn't figure it'd be this easy.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be easy because we're level 1. And there's only 2 of us.
Fuck.
And technically, there's 3. You have Bug Bard there. Hit! Yeah, you're going to make the save. I don't see how you could possibly fail. You do not get poisoned. Bug Bard takes his flute and he sticks it in an odd place. And when he pulls it out, suddenly there's the flute is basically turned into a club. It's got some spikes on the end of it, and it's kind of swirling these spikes around. There's a little chain. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he did. He missed. Well, he tried. He tried. All right, Jade, your turn.
I'm going to try and attack this thing.
Do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, so you missed the spider.
Roll the floor.
Roll the fault. It happens.
Oh my god.
It's a D20.
I'm sorry. That's just kind of funny though. All right, so Spider 1 doesn't like the Jacka approached. Hits the Jacka. Does 1 point of damage. Let's see. Constitution save. Are you poisoned?
Yeah,
You were
I'm
succeeded.
I
You were
succeeded.
not poisoned. Spider 4 strikes a Bug Bard. Ooh, critical hit. That 2 damage is harsh. It only did 1. That's odd. Oh, because it's not a dice roll. It doesn't double the dice roll. That's weird. Let's see if he's poisoned. He is poisoned. 3 damage. Bug Bard is hurt. A little bit, but not much. Jacka's time.
Get it.
Crunch. As I throw my mice off my desk, or my mouse. Oh no. Fuck you, Jacka. Hit. Can you do it? Can you do it? Hey, you succeeded. Bug Bard uses his flute. And he just kind of glows in this greenish, yellow kind of glow, and suddenly he is healed for 5 hit points. Yay! Sorry, that was wrong. There, 5 hit points. Jade Morgan's turn.
I will try and hit the beastie again.
Try your mightiest. Oh!
Son of a bitch.
So instead of getting bad initiative, you're getting bad rolls. I'm sorry.
It's just rolls.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yes, I did. Swing at it and it doesn't like you. Hits. 1 damage. Isn't that tough? See if the poison gets you. You succeeded. You are not getting poisoned. Jacka's turn. Attack. They move around the corner in an attempt to fly. Bugbard's turn. He plays his flute. And he plays a song. And both of you get healed for 1 hit point. Little glow comes out from him. He does like a AoE heal of sorts. And you're colored in what looks like a piss-colored yellow kind of glow for a short time.
Arse.
Yay, after getting peed on, it's Jade's turn. Not literally peed on, but...
I'm gonna kill you, fucking spider.
Trying it this one.
You can do it.
You did it!
Hey!
Yay!
You squashed the fuck out of that guy. The spiders have been squashed, crushed, and splatted. And Bugbard goes, "Hey, we did it! Yeah!"
Yep. Good. I think you should join our team, Bugbard. Then you won't get flanking bonuses and that thing wouldn't have critted against you.
Pants.
He's naked. I need some clothes. I want to go get clothes.
Okay.
As he's complaining about getting clothes, you hear a little rustling of some tree branches and such. Bugbard goes, "Oh no." Before we do this, actually, level up your character. You should have been. That's weird. Why didn't it? Here we go. Award.
Is this where
Boom.
you da, 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 da.
What's that mean?
It means Final Fantasy, we just finished the battle.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that, but should get you to level.
Ooh.
Do your level in. Since it's not like you need to rest to level. You just kind of got better. Your skill is improved, so you can level now.
I've done it.
Nah.
You've done it.
Done it.
Yeah, just click on the class and level magnifying glass and then drag the skull from Barbarian onto class and level. Boom.
Yep. Correct.
Drag the what?
The red dragon head.
Click on the little where it says Barbarian or whatever you paddle in one. Just click on the little magnifying glass and the little class and level thing pops up. And then drag the dragon's head at the far right of a paladin onto your character sheet where it says you've done it enough times. You've forgotten.
Yeah, it's such an obvious UI option. I mean,
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
Really, they should have a button that just says like level up.
They have got a button that says level up. Yeah.
I know there's the add-on.
No, that's built in now. It's not an add-on.
Oh, all right. I thought it was
yeah.
the character was.
But the other way of just dragging the skull on and it automatically doing it for you is much more fun.
Yep, you're now up to 22 max HP.
yay.
Look at that. Terrible roll. Ha ha ha.
That must have been a shit roll.
Yeah. Well, you should have gotten at least. Yeah, it was a D10 plus your Constitution modifier. So
You get your average, don't you, when you level up? Unless you
you're right.
Unless you turn off the automatic thing and that make us roll for it.
I don't remember what I have it on. I can turn it
The
off.
default is it's just averages it out.
All right, well then we'll do that. Or do you want me to let you roll?
I don't care. It doesn't matter, does it?
Not really.
You roll a one, you're gonna go, oh, fuck. Got 1 hit point.
You get older, but not wiser. Like that's what I feel like, or something. All right, so
Your balls are 1 inch lower to the floor. Oh, 2 big fuck off spiders. Right.
2 big fucking roll initiatives, BT dubs. New initiative.
Oh, you can off.
Fuck! Hey. Oh, Bugbar didn't roll an initiative.
Make Bugbar friendly.
You want me to make him friendly?
Yeah, so we don't get no flanking bonuses against, you know.
I want him not friendly, though. He's not a friend.
He can be neutral later, but he's in this fight. A friend of our friend is our enemy's friend's brother's cousin.
All right, fine, be that way. Let me roll a d20 for his. Because I didn't re-roll his initiative. Oh, 16. Look at that. Still not first, but you know.
Better than my shit roll and Jade's shit roll.
Yep.
That was a good roll.
Yeah.
That's a shit roll.
No, that's a good one for him. Right?
Yeah.
The giant spider crawls down, walks up next to Jaka and tries to blast him with a web. Web! Ranged and melee. Disadvantage. That was I didn't realize it was ranged. I didn't pay attention to the R. Ha ha, dummy. Alright. Next, Bugbard. Bugbard says, I'm stuck! He's still wrapped up in the grass. Hasn't gotten rid of it. He decides he's going to play his song. Again, I don't know what tune I played, but whatever. So he heals all of y'all for one. Yeah, you got your tune stuck in my head now. Y'all are back to full health.
You can only play that song when you win a fight.
Oh. I don't know. And Jade Morgan's turn.
Have you seriously never played any Final Fantasy game? It's always the same tune.
I played Final Fantasy VII on the original PS1 ages ago.
That was the same tune.
I never got past disc 1. Wait, did I?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't remember it.
Every single fight.
I've had so many concussions that my memory of my younger years don't much exist. My mother was telling me the other day, because when I was camping, she's like, "You don't remember this?" I'm like, "No, you don't remember that?" I'm like, "Mom, I had 6 concussions. Okay, I'm almost on 7. So I almost had one today, but no."
Stop having concussions of them.
I gotta stop jumping from rooftop to rooftop and fighting criminals at night, and I'll stop having concussions.
If you become a billionaire, you get the proper suits to protect you.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing hockey pads. He says, you hit with your flail. Now remember, you're reaching upwards because he's in the tree. That spider is up in the tree. I should have got you. All right, you hit. Success. Can't wait till you guys get multi-attack.
Okay. All right, spider.
You're lucky the flying snakes aren't coming at you. You hit. You wounded it.
That's a rubbish roll.
You're rubbish. What are bloodhawks? I don't know what they are.
The matter, we don't want any.
He crawls to the other side. Like comes down the tree and crawls around you.
Oh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Negative. He does not leave your 5-foot range. Ha 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 ha. He just kind of like walks and then crawls over your back and gets behind you, kind of, you know, like doesn't like try to like grab you with its legs. Just walks down to get a better advantage because it wants to attack everything. It's like, I'm gonna attack you all. Like you. And I hit your shield with my bite.
Yeah. That's
Giant spider.
Trying to be a smart ass running
around. And Webb is recharged. Ha ha. Tries to get you with, even though he has disadvantage. Fuck, why is he doing it? That was dumb playing.
He's a dumb spider, yeah. He's going to do that from range.
Bug Bard is just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Can't
Hit
do
the
anything.
spider nearest you, Bug Bard.
Ah! Oh yeah, I forgot that spider moves. He swings his flute.
Roll a 20.
He swings his flute. I didn't rename it, so it says Morningstar.
Maybe you named his flute Morningstar.
What is he, Lucifer?
Yeah,
He
maybe.
hits.
Maybe his flute is.
There. Now it says damage flute melee. I don't know why it's piercing. Oh god, he's like stabbing him with the flute.
That's good. 11 damage. Excellent.
There, now it's bludgeoning. Jade Morrigan's 10. Morrigan, Mad Morrigan.
Mad Morgan.
Mad Morrigan.
Yay!
If I include Bug Bard in the generator, you guys are fighting a ton of stuff if I do that. But I'm not. Or am I?
Yeah. Not every encounter needs to be deadly, though. Some of them can just be fun.
No, I know. Well, that's why the spiders were super ease.
Jacker. Smart. It's Jacker's turn.
Yep, Jacka's turn. And it's not like these guys are that tough, TBH.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, except when you do that.
I rolled a 1.
It's always the thing with low level D&D. Just one roll and you're fucked.
Oh god, I missed. He turned to strike at Bug Bard because of the attack. Web is not recharged. Let's bite. Fight the turtle. Blocked.
Yeah, this turtle
Yeah.
armor's pretty good, you know. It's 19 armor class.
Yeah, and then Jade Morrigan has an 18 armor class, right? So like you're both pretty tough, pretty durable just from that alone.
Well, what's Jade got? Plate mail.
No, just chain.
What, good dexterity?
I think a shield.
I've got a shield.
Oh, giant spider gets squashed. He beats the flute. Bludgeoning. Boom, boom, boom. Giant spider dies.
Squish the spider.
Yeah,
Thanks, Bug Bard.
Chain and a shield. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so like you guys aren't going to get hit as much at this level when mobs are like +1 or +2, you know? And you are getting your turn, Jade. Jade gets the game. So like even though there's you're level 2 at this point, or even at level 1, your AC was pretty high.
Yep.
This generator really wants me to throw skeletons at you. Hit with your flail. Are you flailing with your flail? Heavy damage, 9 damage. Nice. Crunch right in his head. It makes a noise. I can't do the noise. I don't know the noise. Jacka's turn.
Shouldn't I got advantage on that attack? I don't know.
By technicality, no. If you were 1 square up, yes.
Oh.
You hit 5 damage.
If I was there as well, that would
That was a
have.
piss poor D12 roll. Whatever. Now that should. Now where you guys are, that should do it. Although Jack is up against the wall. Recharged.
Well, it's kind of weird though with just D&D in general. Like my AC is 18.
Mm-hmm.
My level 14 paladin in your game was only 20.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
It was better in the original D&D. We had your armor class was -4.
Doesn't scale well.
Yeah.
My THACO was 0.
Yeah, to hit armor class 0. Yeah, to hit THACO was one thing, but your armor class, because you had +5 chainmail, your armor class was -2 or something. Yeah, you had to get a good fucking roll to hit that.
Hit this shit, Jade.
But then also at high levels, you can never fucking miss, can you? You got plus 18 to hit and shit. It's like,
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like it's almost meaningless having these, unless you roll a 1.
yeah, it's either a 1 or a 20 in it. Most of the time, you're going to hit, and 20s are just crits. But don't really need crits. Yeah. Got an 18d6 damage from my sword.
Still missed.
And with advantage, it dropped your 2. You still
Yeah.
missed.
High roll 6.
Oh dear. Oh, that was almost a 20. Dropped to 12.
There was 2 12s. 12
Yep.
twice.
You hit.
That's better.
That's better. You crunched it. Exceeded hit points by 8. The spider
I
crunches
chopped it
you
in
at
half, dude. That's spider legs for
Yep.
dinner.
That is. I was literally trying to find spider legs in the items. There's no spider legs because I don't have the components pack downloaded. But because if you use spell components, spider legs are a component, so you can loot spider legs.
Yeah, but we don't know. We're not no spellcasters. I was going to cook the spider's legs up and have them for lunch.
Yeah, you can keep the spider legs. Have some rations. Nom nom nom.
Yeah, I love a bit of spider's legs, especially giant spider's legs. Very delicious.
Bloodbard goes, get me out! I want my clothes.
We'll help him get out of his own tangle then.
All right. So you walk up.
Try and avoid his balls.
You're swinging, almost hitting you in the head. As you're down trying to cut the vines.
I'm not going to cut him out of there with a flail.
I'm not cutting him out. We're going to just pull him out. It can't be that.
No, you're going to pull him real hard?
No, I'm not going to pull him off.
You're flogging his noggin.
Yeah, he can flog his own noggin. We're just going to listen. We might just leave him if he doesn't get it. If he can't get out of his own grass,
tell him not to point at anything.
Yeah.
Not to what?
Point at anything.
Oh, with his dinghy?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, just don't point. Stay still, and we'll cut you out of there with a flail and whatever Jack is using.
Yeah, I've got a hand axe. So I can just get with a hand axe.
That is true. You could totally just do that. Just use a hand axe and chop him out, or grab his arm and pull him out.
It's not his arm.
Well, I would assume it was his arm. I mean, you're the one picking where you're going.
No, I'm not grabbing anything.
He goes, thank you. Now where is my clothes? I was at the bar at an inn. Try saying. The translated version is he needs to find a bar, the inn or bar that's nearby, so that way he can find his clothes. Because he was drunk off his ass.
Oh. Well, I'm sure they'll be happy to see you there. I'll give him directions back to town.
All right, so he goes, okay, thank you. And he just walks off. I'm going to delete the bug bard. He heads away towards whatchamacallit, Lights Peak thing. I wonder if I should go away from XP base and do
You can do both, dude. Just when you get a goal, you can do goals and XP. You haven't got to do one or the other.
True. There, 200 XP each. Look at that. Big break. Spider attack boss. Nice.
Okay, well we'll carry on with our journey, I suppose, isn't it?
All right, you carry on your journey.
Yeah.
I should I should get that add-on that teleports people when they walk on certain squares to other maps. There's an extension where
Yeah, Diablo Bob does it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I should probably do that because it seems like it'd be nice. Nice little thing for ease of use. I lost my images. Stop sharing record. I'm not sharing record. All right, so you continue walking, and you're cruising and cruising. Dun, 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 dun.
Walking. Now we're talking.
Huh. Oh, fuck you. Sorry. So you're walking around. You continue. You're now cruising uphill, and there's trees around at the base of this this hill. Because again, you're going to Apple Top, and as you look to your left as you're walking, you see a breathtaking young woman with burnished bronze skin, and she's bathing in a spring, water trickling into this like little springish pool, and trickling out down to the traditional water flow. And she is buck ass naked. The only thing she's wearing is a silver necklace with a red gem, and she is just washing. And as you're looking at her, she doesn't notice you, but as you're looking at her, you can see that red gem just flickers with this fiery light, and her eyes are just entrancing. They're just mesmerizing, and she's oblivious to anything going on around.
Very good. So do we want to ignore her, or do we I'm just going to whisper this to Jade. We're going to...
Does anybody have any clothes on
around
here? Naked women, naked bugbears.
You guys all fucked at a brothel last on Tuesday, and you're going worried about naked bugbears?
You're the one who fucked in a brothel. I didn't.
I didn't fuck in a brothel. I stood guard.
No, I told you that just so you wouldn't be traumatized. We actually fucked a shepherd.
That's weird.
It was a shepherd, as in the dog. Yeah. A German shepherd.
Better. Even better. All right. So. I
mean, is that a coincidence? I mean, I'm being serious. Is this a coincidence that everybody doesn't have any clothes?
It is merely coincidence. There's no like nudist colony around or anything like that. It's coincidence.
So, do you want to talk to her, or do you want to just move along?
I was going to say we can ask her where we think the threats might be, but I'm guessing she does not care.
You never know. Maybe she's the threat. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Like a siren or whatever they call it.
Yeah, well, she hasn't noticed us, so I don't see why we should disturb her while she's, messed up a bath. Do we want to disturb her, or do we want to move on?
Fine, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll quickly turn around and sneak off without disturbing her while she's having a...
I'm not sneaking, I'm just shaking my head and walking away.
That's funny. You're like, no, fuck it. So you continue walking on your journey, and as you go probably about 100 yards, you look to the left, the sound of splashing water, you turn and look, and it's the same exact woman, just in the same exact thing. It's as if you went forward and only returned to the same spot.
Oh. Huh. Hello, woman.
She looks up, and at first her eyes are closed while she's stretching out and just like arcing her back. And then she opens her eyes and notices you, and she screeches the screechiest screech, as if she was a movie horror scream queen. Just sheer terror. And she and the spring instantly fade away and change into a rotten tree log and a little swamp hole flies and mosquitoes zooming around, visible. It's like a thick swarm, and all you see is the red gem silver necklace just hanging from that rotted log.
Oh God, it's a
He's
hag.
like,
hello.
Huh.
What do you want? Swamp creature.
There's no swamp creature there. All there is a necklace.
Hang on. I'm going to divine sense. Figure out where she's gone because she's here still.
She's here still.
I think she's here.
All right. I forgot how divine sense works.
The presence of strong evil registers like heavily music. As an action, you can open such awareness and detect such forces. Until the end of the next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend. Oh no, only celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. You know the type. Any being whose presence you sense, but it's not its identity. So, example, the vampire Count John Smith, whatever the fuck he's called.
All right, so you are using your divine sense, and you don't detect evil in the sense that you would expect some evil being to be there. There's no like demons or fiends or anything like that kind of evil. But it does register as more of the bad sense. You get like this kind of your nose curls basically. You're like, not good, not the best. It's basically like it's probably not all bad, but it's not like there's a demon there or a hag or anything like that.
All right.
Well, what do we do then? We smash the necklace? Do we take the necklace? Do we destroy the log?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, we don't want a magic necklace, do we? So should we just smash the necklace? I'm just going to smash the necklace with my axe.
Why don't you want a magic necklace? Maybe it's not magic, you know?
Yeah, okay. 1 minute it's around some beautiful woman. Next minute it's just lying in a swamp.
Yeah, that's true. Well, swampy, not a swamp. It's just like the spring that you saw turned into basically a mud puddle.
I'm going to walk up to the necklace and pick it up.
All right, as you walk up to the necklace and pick it up, you get this kind of like electrical tingling in your hand. You don't feel any weird senses other than that like little kind of tingle as you hold it. Think like battery on your tongue, but not so bad.
Okay, it's giving me tingly feelings. Okay, so that's it. Now we'll go for a walk and we'll leave and go carry on the direction.
I'm glad you haven't just plain decided to like strip off and leave your shell.
No, I'm not taking my shirt. No, I'm not doing any of that. No.
So you're
But now we're going to leave. We got the
up.
necklace. Now we're going to go. Yeah.
You got the necklace in your hand?
Yep.
All right, you're holding on to it in your hand?
I'm going to stick it in my backpack.
All right, hold on a second. Let me identify this here. It's kind of weird that I have to identify the whole thing. I'd rather not identify the whole thing, just the name.
Lantern of Revealing?
I just put it in your backpack.
Where did we get this lantern from?
You looted it from or didn't loot it. The prince gave it to you.
Oh yeah, right. I remember.
It's in your party inventory. Nobody picked it up. It provides light, basically true sight for 30 feet, I think. Well, this might not be true sight, but shit, what was it? 30 feet of bright light, 30 more feet of dim light, and all who are invisible in the 30 feet are seen. You can see.
Okay, so we got a necklace and we got a magic lantern, right?
Yep.
And now we're going to carry on going, shall we?
Visible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the lantern's bright light.
Yeah.
Right, so you got the necklace.
The movies.
You're gonna carry on.
Yeah. Carry on. We got the necklace. We'll figure out what to do with it later.
All right. So you progress up the hill. And you're walking and walking and walking, and you hear some sword clanging, like swords clashing off of each other violently. They're not. Nothing's visible to you. You're just walking up this path, going up the hill, and you hear the sword clashing. What would you like to do? Continue walking, or check it out, or
we hide in the trees?
You want to hide in the tree? Okay.
I'm not massively sneaky. I'll warn you.
Yeah, we could just. I don't mean sneaky, but we could just use the trees and walk up slowly towards the swords, or the sound of swords, and see what we see.
Yeah, we'll head towards the sound of fighting.
Yeah, quietly as possible.
Clank, clank.
But even if the clank, I mean, your chainmail might have padding. You know, you might have put cloth on it to make it less jiggly.
Sorry, not clank, clank, clank. Chink, chink, chink.
All right.
I've got a thing called it's called turtle shit. If I rub it on your armor, it doesn't make so much noise.
Rub your boot.
And I've got some ready to squeeze out if you'd like it.
If you touch me with that,
well, I'm just giving you the offer. If you need some turtle shit, I've got about to make a lovely deposit soon.
You're going to be shelled and served on a
mock turtle soup platter.
Indeed.
So as you're walking and hiding and trying to get up the tree.
No, Jade, using the trees for cover, not getting up the tree.
Okay,
no,
right,
I'm doing paladin sneak, which is basically just walk slowly towards whatever the.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm not really sneaky either. But yeah.
And Jade, you notice that Jacka is making no sound whatsoever, as if Jacka doesn't exist. Jacka, to you sound perfectly normal.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to carry on sneaking towards this thing with my newfound stealth, and
Oh, maybe that's a turtle thing. I don't know.
It's a turtle thing, maybe, or it could be the turtle's head that I've got.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll carry on sneaking.
As you progress through, you come to the edge of a clearing, and you kind of. I'm assuming you're kind of hanging back and not walking into the clearing because you wanted to be kind of sneaky.
Yeah, we want to see what's there without being seen. Yeah.
Yep. You see a savage, an incredibly skillful display as two clearly elite fighters are going at it extremely hardcore. They're just every ounce of life being drained from these fighters. You see one of them is a wood elf using two very clearly amazing and superb long swords, and the other a large muscle-bound orc with dark brown skin with white spots on it. Think cattle, but not furry, that kind of thing. And amazingly, the speed of the orc is on par easily with the elf, and they're so quickly and deftly striking each other. Blood, everything. This is clear. It looks like it's a fight to the death, and you note that the orc is clearly the better out of the two fighting, and past them you see a bunch of elves standing by and just watching. And as this fight continues, the orc is now effortlessly knocking these blows away from the wood elf, and the combat just continues. I don't know how long you want to watch, but this fight continues for about an hour. But are you going to stay for the hour to watch, or what?
Well, we don't know it's going to go on for an hour, do we?
Yeah.
It's only been here for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty long fight. So I don't know if you want to
we'll hang back a little bit and
right.
consult.
Watch.
No, consult. What
Right.
are we going to do? We're going to tell them to stop fighting. We're going to ignore them and carry on.
Of course, we don't tell them to stop fighting. It's obviously a clear trial of combat.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Watch?
Possibly, we could go and ask that lot over there. What's
Yeah, let's go and talk to the onlookers. Yeah, good thinking, Jade.
Right. Are you gonna walk through the clearing, or are you gonna walk like
We're
around?
not going to walk through the
walk
fight
around.
area. We'll walk around the edge towards the.
All right. So you walk around the edge and you come to the elves. It takes you, it's a rather decent sized clearing, so it takes you a couple minutes to get around to where the wood elves are. And they see you guys showing up, and they talk to you in the sense that they go, "Be quiet." And another says, "Shh," and they're just looking on.
A fine display of combat, if I may say so.
One of the elves from the back end of the group, because there's about 12 or 13 of these elves, steps over and quietly moves alongside you, says, "This is the master."
The master?
Watch.
Okay, we're going
And
to
they're
watch
very
then.
quiet.
Yeah, I'm probably more than enthralled.
So as you're observing, time passes and you're observing this fight, and you feel like just watching it is making you a better fighter. It's just obscene how amazing this fight is. Flips and parries and counter strikes. It's just amazing. But you note the orc isn't getting hit, not even once. It appears to an unskilled eye who isn't paying attention that there's strikes happening, but the orc just quickly and deftly sidesteps or moves or blocks and parries. When you would think the blade would hit a normal being, it's just boom, not there. And after a bit of time, you see that the wood elf falls to his knees, blood coming out of dozens of cuts, and just falls over to basically he's on his knees and his face falls forward and he just lands in the ground, almost like in a kind of bow of sorts. But you get the sense that that's just because the elf is exhausted. And then the orc walks over to the elf, grabs him by the back of the neck, picks him up, carries him over to the group you're standing in, and drops the elf. Not in a mean, vicious, violent way. Like he's not like throwing him. Like you just pick him up and bring him over, and he just looks on, sees you two standing at the side of the group, steps backwards a few steps, turns, walks away, stands in the middle of the clearing, and looks at the group of elves. He says, "Who's next?" Oh. You see another elf walk forward, and he turns and looks at you as he goes in. And this is the first elf who told you to shh. That's the elf who's walking forward, and he goes, "This is an honor that I could not think I would ever have." He turns and then charges at the orc, and then another fight ensues. This is a massive battle. Vicious.
Is this anything I've heard of in battle? Because so Paladin of Tempest, Paladin of Battle and War and something. Is this? It's not races that I know of, I guess, in terms of fighting, but
you, because of the and lucky for you, these elves aren't paying attention to the fact that you're human. Humans generally don't know much about elven culture. You've heard of orcs being true fighters and testing their skill in battle and training, trying to be good. But specifically, elves avoid human culture, so you don't really know much about the elf people being here. Internally, you're probably thinking, "I'm glad they're not trying to kill me," but they're just so enamored with the opportunity to train with the master that that's all they're focused on. You don't have any specific recollection of the orc being, anyone that you're familiar with. Because remember, you're still kind of young in terms of, young adventurer.
Yeah.
Your outside knowledge is not so great. There's a bit of seclusion between
So
each of the
violent,
hills,
so violent. D&D,
which
just
of
always
course spreads
fighting,
from the
killing
outside
stuff.
as well. Because
I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask whoever the nearest.
How are you,
elf
Bane?
is to me. What is the legend of this orc?
he turns and looks at you now in the face and clearly sees you're human, and he kind of stutters a little bit, but he restrains himself and says, "The master has fought for longer than any of us have been alive. He is trained with the strongest, the best, the fastest, and he has taken them all to learn at his side, even taking his sword strikes, which could be defeating
Yeah, it's Friday.
in of themselves.
Daddy,
But
no
he
more
holds,
fucking work until Monday.
so we can learn his strikes, his movements." And he says, the one next to you, though, that's talking to you, he says, "I've been here since
We're doing a
before
new
the Bingo
campaign.
Wars,
So
as
our
you would call them."
11
Oddly enough,
accidentally
you don't know what that
deleted
is.
his campaign folder.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, that's cool.
Tell him you're feeling sick, bad upset stomach. Whatever you're about to eat
certainly
is obviously too
amazing
spicy.
prowess, one I have not seen before.
Oh, I got the shits all weekend. I can't come into work.
Yeah, to your eyes, to you two seeing this, like to some degrees, you can't even see the blades as they're striking. They're just so fast. And the elves, they're not poor fighters. They're putting on a fantastic display, as if these elves have fought and practiced for ages just to be swordsmen, and yet this orc is just monstrous, that strong, and that good, that fast.
Okay, so this is some kind of sword master.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Master.
Hello, sword master. Hello, sword master. So you want to talk to him while he's fighting?
Hello, sword master.
No, we don't want to fight. Do we want to fight him? I don't know. Maybe we've got to fight him to get part. Maybe we'll fight him, and I'll be so tough I'll kill him in one hit, and he'll go, "You are the new sword master," and they'll give me all the magic weapons.
The new sword master.
I suspect he's sparring. The elf down there isn't dead.
No, the elf is the cut, and you look and you can see that his cuts are very shallow, like just skin and flesh wounds. But you're like, if he could hit him to the flesh to make those wounds and not make deadly wounds, that's even more skill.
I was going to say it's probably harder for him to have not killed them.
Yeah, exactly. And just for the record, I would like to state, all of these elves and the orc have clothing and apparel on. They are not naked. Not naked at all.
Now you tell us.
Oh, so you're imagining this naked, spotted orc, just like rawr.
He's naked.
They're all naked. You guys are naked. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I'm probably going to be fascinated watching the orc, see if I can pick up any fighting techniques, but I don't think I have, at this point, any intention of fighting him.
No tension?
No intention of fighting them, no. I think that would be a fool's errand at this point.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I don't know. All right, so you guys are watching this fight, and it's just as aggressive and brutal as the other one. Like, if you didn't know the outcome of the prior fight, you would think these guys are trying to kill each other just the same as before. But clearly, this is more training than a slaughter. But you get the sense that the orc could easily win this fight just in a moment. This one is even. This elf is clearly less skilled than the last one, though you sense this elf is more skilled than you are, than both of you.
Is there any kind of history of like orcs being like mega skillful? Because I would, I mean, I don't know, But
you would probably have general knowledge of orcs, like certainly like
I would tend to think of them as overpowering stuff rather than being like mega skillful.
Yeah, absolutely, you would think that. The most orc lore you're familiar with, having never, seen more than some of the orcs that were used as manual laborers, basically, not slaves, but not everybody is a fighter in all the various races. So you just think they're big and lumbering, and your knowledge and history with them would say these guys are just really strong, not necessarily that dexterous. So this definitely strikes you as odd.
Is this guy's name Sourfang?
Who's Sourfang?
World of Warcraft again.
Oh no, this one's name is Zog. Sorry, I did. Oh damn it, that's exposition. No, I was waiting for you guys to ask.
Bob. His name's Bob.
No, Bob the orc. No, Bob Gun. No. The elf turns you and goes, I fought Zog twice. Both times my skill grew to the level that people would spend their life fighting.
Okay. So, what are we doing here? We just coming to watch this fight, or are we going to go and...
So this orc is training you?
This orc is training out, like, fighting, sparring with elves. He'll spar with anyone. But he's sparring with these elves now because they're using it as an opportunity to train, and he's using it as an opportunity to find someone worthy.
All right. Okay. So we're going to have to fight him next then. Right.
Oh, you want to fight him? Are you
Oh,
sure?
definitely. Yeah, we're definitely going to fight him.
Oh, God. Now I have to make a whole encounter for that.
Are you sure?
I have not, yeah, I have not,
I am willing to fight anyone at any time on a good reason. But I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I didn't, I'm sorry, but I did not expect you guys to say you want to fight.
Fighting has to be for a purpose, training sure, but perhaps this is beyond our...
Sorry, I'm trying to find,
Nick.
Give me a second here. Give me a second.
You don't have to make an encounter. You can just say he defeats you easily because you're a pussy.
that is true. You are.
But he says, "Come back when you're worthy."
No, he
pussy.
doesn't. He just beats your ass and then watches you suffer.
Well, he's clearly not doing that because he's...
I'm turning off my webcam because
yeah,
taking my clothes off because it's too hot.
He's not gonna beat you.
Balls out.
No.
He's
I don't know.
just gonna beat you.
What's that?
He's just gonna beat you. Not just beat you senseless. He's just gonna beat you.
Okay. Yay!
Going for a pee.
Yep. All right, me too. I'm gonna go pee real quick. BRB.
All right, I'm going for a smoke.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Zog's intelligence is the second lowest trait, and it's 18. Ha ha.
Shh.
Yep.
Don't tell us.
Well, it doesn't. It's not really. It's not going to matter, I don't think.
But we wouldn't know. Don't worry about it. We don't know anything about him. He might be a complete dunce for all we know. Oh.
Is Kylan peeing too?
I don't know.
Welcome back. How goes it?
You saying that?
I see. Yeah, I said how goes it? Me personally, like welcome back.
Right. I thought it was a character in the game saying that.
I'm
So, who is this champion orc? I shall ask to the nearest available elf.
The elf turns to you and says, Zog.
And how do your two peoples come to be fighting as such? Or training, perhaps?
Sorry, I'm typing real quick. He turns to you and he says, because unlike you humans, we do not immediately attack. We learn, and we found the greatest. And he agrees to take us on.
But surely that is a battle without enemy. You are fighting for the sport of fighting. You are not trying to kill each other. You are merely, I don't know, assessing each other's weaknesses, perhaps?
And the elf says, he has no weakness.
Then why would he agree to train with you as such?
He is trying to find a worthy opponent. He has told us as much.
An interesting goal. A fighter without purpose.
I'm sure he has a purpose. He has not told me so, nor have I heard. Perhaps after this duel is over, and as he says that, you hear a massive clang, like Zog just hits, out of the corner of the eye, you see Zog just hits this other elf's sword and just shatters it, just shatters the sword. He says, well, sooner than when it's over, perhaps you should ask.
Perhaps I will.
Zog, as that conversation ends, Zog walks over to the elf whose sword has been shattered, and you can see him like kick with he's got like shin guards on kind of, but his boots, like the boots he have, don't have feet, like his feet are showing. He just kind of kicks the broken blade of the sword over to the other elf and says, and you hear him say, "Your time is done." And then the other elf just gets up and walks over, like to the group, head down in shame. What would you like to do now? There's no elf there walking out currently.
This intrigues me greatly. I'm going to wander out.
Oh dear. All the elves gasp. They just go. They're shocked that a human would dare face the master. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna draw a weapon or anything like that.
He looks at you. He just looks over, like inquisitively.
I'm looking at him pretty much in the same way, to be honest. Master Zog, is it? I will say.
Yes. What will you want?
I wish to know why you fight.
Do you have time for this term?
I didn't understand what you said there.
Sorry, he says, I'll forgo the voice, but you just imagine the big, like, snarly orc voice. Yeah. He says, do you have time for the tale?
I do indeed.
Very well. Sit. He asks you to sit. And he
sit down.
He kneels in a kind of meditative stance and puts his sword directly in front of him. And you can hear the elves, like in the distance, they're kind of like jeering you, like loudly. And then Zog looks over and gives him a side eye, and they just silent instantaneously. Like they respect him that much that they're A-okay with just shutting up at a moment's call. Sorry, he opens up and says, long ago I was a boy, a small runt of an orc, not used for labor or war. He kind of looks down at the ground to his sword. And you almost sense, like you think you heard him sigh, like sadly, but it was so subtle you're not entirely sure. And he looks up at you, looks you in the eye, and says, that is a point of despair for me. An orc cannot be weak. I trained with anyone I could, and I learned non-orc ways. And he's talking kind of in a way like almost like he's in pain when he says orc ways. Like he goes non, and then orc ways is like kind of distressful. There is no reason for war, only to test one's skill. For that is what war is it not? You think you own this land, and you prove it by fighting. Why do we need others when I can fight alone? He looks at you and he says, I became a great champion after many years. I took on solitude because I felt used and lost. And on my journey, I found a wizard. And he, as such, told me my fate would change the world. The land we see before us will be mine to change and shape. That time has not come. I have not died. So I wait, and I train more. For one day, that would be my curse.
You are wrong, Sorok. War can have purpose. Battle can have purpose. It can serve to protect the weak and fight for those who cannot fight.
Can you speak of a time when war was used for just means instead of naked grabs of power and land and resources?
I cannot speak for those times. I follow a god of war, the god of war. And it is for those times when nothing else will suffice but to stand up and fight, to stand for what you believe in. And if necessary, bring justice to those who would prey upon the weak and the helpless. It's not good, it's not evil. It is the way of the world.
He looks at you and says, those are valiant thoughts, but can you say you live by them? Can you say the world lives by them?
I cannot. And as much as my beliefs drive me, I hope it does not always come to that. But
You want to fight?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I'm laughing. You're just like in the background going, you want to fight?
Yeah. You want to fight? I'm kind of bored.
New York looks over at the turtle. And
Turtle.
Turtle. He looks over and says, I've never fought one of you.
I've never fought one of you.
That is certain. Or you would be dead. Or cowering in shame when you called back to your water.
Well, I don't see these elves carrying in shame. We're just, it's a jewel in it. We're just having a laugh. Yeah?
Very well. Stand and defend yourself.
All right.
And he stands up. He doesn't even pick his sword up. The sword is still laying on the ground in front of his feet. He's now standing above it. I don't know if Jade's going to move or not.
I will nod and get out of the way. This is really bad idea, but you're gonna fight.
Level 2 is trying to fight this one.
I'm gonna nod to the orc. There's a mark of respect. Stand up, and yeah, he seems to have his attention firmly fixed on the water boy.
Yep, the turtle is firmly stares. And he says to you as he stands there, sword on the ground, do you wish to fight as a death fight or as a duel?
A duel, obviously. I'm not here to die.
Very well.
I've got no interest in dying. Not this week, anyway.
Step forth and attack.
Good, so I'll swing it with my axe then.
You march in and strike with your axe?
Yeah.
Yep. The axe hits him clear right as if you were trying to behead him. Absolutely, like strikes right into the gap between his shoulder and head, that right at the neck. It doesn't even break the skin. It just sticks there. And he says, "For a large animal, you are quiet." And in a flash, almost instantaneously, obviously not instant, but quickly crouches down, gets a sword, and raises it up. And you find the blade in a matter of like less than a second up against your throat. And it's pressed against your throat, so there is blood being drawn, but he's not striking through. "You're not as hard as I. Trade more and come back. You provide no challenge."
Okay. Didn't tell me he had stone skin.
He doesn't have stone skin, just he doesn't have armor, but he's got a
No, I just
obviously...
called it stone skin. I'm not talking about a spell. I called it tones.
Okay.
Jack doesn't know anything about spells.
All
Didn't
right,
know
all
you
right.
had stone skin.
And he says,
Okay.
"I have been born by the mountain of time. I am not normal.
Yep.
Whatever that is."
You don't look normal. You look like a cow. Anyway.
he just presses the blade a little bit more when you say cow. Like he's like, "There's no need for insult."
Well, it's not an insult, dude. You know what I mean? Guys up, grounds down. Yeah.
He withdraws his sword in a rapid motion and kind of swings it around, and it ends up on his right shoulder, even though it approached. It's almost like he should have beheaded himself, but he didn't. Just somehow the sword is on his shoulder. And he stands there holding the sword.
Oh, Jade, I don't know what we're doing here. This guy obviously is not of interest to us. Maybe
he was of interest to us. I was talking to him, and then you called him an idiot.
I didn't call him an idiot. I just said let's have a fight. I mean, I wonder what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? We're supposed to be like, we can use him later if he needs a worthy challenge. Maybe that werewolf guy, you know. Maybe the werewolf is a suitable challenge.
He says to you, "I will grant you this. You are brave and stout-hearted, though foolish." And he says, "I will grant you this." And he gives you.
Does what?
He gives to you. Hold on a second. Do you have what are your proficiencies? Let's see if this works. Proficiency, martial weapons. Okay.
I'm a barbarian, not going to use all weapons.
Yep. Yeah, so martial weapons. He says to you, "I grant you this," and he reaches over and touches you, like one hand or like kind of around your throat, like right where he cuts you, where he cut you with the thing. It's a small cut, like you cut yourself shaving if you shaved. And his thumb is like kind of going right across that little cut, and you feel warm suddenly, like you had a couple drinks warm, like that, but not drunk, like not like intoxicated. And then he takes his hand away, and you sense that you've been healed and you're good to go. And also you have this thing about you. You feel like you're better, like somehow improved. And you receive the feat Fighting Initiated, which means if fighting, and as a result, you learn one fighting style option of your choice from the fighter class when you level up. So you'll be able to pick something. Ta-da! And yes, even if you're a barbarian.
I think, Jade, you should maybe fight this dude as well.
No, I do not fight with that purpose.
Well, it's not a purpose. I learned something new. Okay.
So did I.
Oh, good for you.
Don't mess with an orc.
Oh, don't mess with this orc.
Okay. Thanks,
Um,
Zog.
the what should we call it? Zog says, "Do not go yet," to Jade. And then he walks up to Jade and kind of puts his hand on the left side of your, well, the right side of your face, his left hand, and says, "One day you will learn, and when the power awakes, you may be great." And you learn a little gift. Then he walks away. And he goes, "Now, stand back while I take on the next challenge." And 3 of the elves step out of formation and approach the orc. You guys probably want to move out of the way.
I'll back off and say, I hope to be back one day to truly challenge you.
That would be good. And then he dives forward in a flash towards the 3 elves. And you hear sword fighting and other fights, and you see
the sound of splitting elf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And he granted you guys some pleasant gifts for stuff. He helped you learn a fight style, Jacka, and he granted a gift to Jade for a gift to the brain, so to speak. Yeah, words.
Words.
That's how it works.
Words.
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 Words. Hammer.
Where should we go now then?
Nowhere. No, I'm kidding. You have to go to the top of the hill because you need to go to the orchard, don't you?
Let's go to the orchard then.
Sorry, Bert.
We have a parcel to deliver.
I think you need to learn to pick your fights, Shaka.
Learn to what?
Pick your fights.
Oh, well.
Talking to Jacka.
Oh, I mean, I picked my fight. I learned something, so.
Yeah, you could have learned how dirt tastes from that.
Oh, I already know how dirt tastes. Delicious.
Oh, God.
Talking of turtles, I've got. Do you want some of that stuff for your armor? I'm about to go and drop one.
Wow, I don't know what to make of that.
Well, I'm going to go off into the woods and drop a log.
Drop
Okay.
a log.
A turtle log.
Oh, dear.
I shall pray for guidance from the idiots that surround me. And I know I'm not smart.
And then after I've done that, we shall head off to the orchard.
To the orchard.
Alright, so I used to go to the orchard now. We go to Yorkshire for the orchard.
Go.
All right, so you're continuing up towards the apples, and you head by, and of course that gibbering and jabbering you were talking just was occurring while you were walking, I presume. So you're headed up to the top, and you're going, and you reach the top, and in front of you is some sprawling farmland, and then on the far side of the farm you see an orchard, a series of trees in a very nice layout and formation, and that is where we will leave you.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun,
Dun, dun,
dun.
dun. Just because I expected you to fuck around with the goblet, the bug bard a little more, but you didn't. Ha, ha, ha. But it's all good. Should have fought him, and killed him, but you didn't.
Well, he wasn't
No,
hostile.
no.
Why would we kill him? He's
Yeah.
just naked with his balls
Yep.
hanging out. Why would we want to kill that?
He's just a Twizzadad. Isn't it fun?
Oh.
All right. So remember next time, whenever that. So Jim, are we doing Jim? I can call you Jim just because
Bob.
it's easier. Timido.
Yeah, whatever. Just call me whatever. It doesn't matter.
I told him. I
Hey,
said
fuck
it's up to you.
face. What are you doing?
Hey, fucker.
What are you talking to 11? Yes, go on. What do you want, Bob?
So, Timmy, do you? I said to Kylan about his suggestion. I said, I'm not going to step on your night.
Oh,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to do that, that's up to you. I will let you decide because
I was saying about the swap. Yeah, do the swap thing.
Well, let's see how far I've got with the next chapter. I've got 2 days off, so we'll see in it. But if I haven't got anything done, then you can do it, 11. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to have anything done in 2 days.
Well,
You lazy bastard.
I didn't so much mean that you can just pass off the next one in 2 days. What I meant was, when I said it to either of you, it's just like, do you guys want to do it like alternate Mondays rather than doing Monday, Friday? Just because it's, it would seem easier to do it when you've only got to do it once every 2 weeks rather than once every week.
My thought was the only advantage I see is we'd have definitely more people. In general.
It's only 1 day a week. It's a regular thing. Yeah, it might be better, but at least, and then Pantera gets to play.
Well,
2 different games.
I was going to say as well. It just, you guys seem to be like saying every week. It's just like, I haven't had time this week.
So, I know for me, it's not so much not having time. I haven't been in the mood, the mindset. I haven't really been doing.
Yeah,
much.
but well, whether it's that or like you say, it's just like if you had 2 weeks, then 1 week you might have a mind to do.
Yeah, I just we're buggered, bugger.
I don't know. I mean, it's up to you guys.
I'll leave it up to him.
I am more than happy.
Let's talk about it and stick it in the Discord channel and see what it comes up with. But I know that Pantera don't mind swapping different games, so
yeah.
I mean, pretty much on Fridays it's us 3. So
yeah.
If Pantera's happy with it, then at least we have 4 of us on a Monday for both.
Yeah, at least we've got 4 people and maybe 5 if Dan or someone else turns up. Yeah. And we could just actually add more people. We could find some people. You know what I mean? I was talking to